How's it going, guys? Chris Baker again with some more Brawl here on the channel. Today, we are playing some Isshin. Two Heavens as One. This is not the ideal opening hand, so I'm probably gonna mulligan it. For the last 2 days, I've been playing way too much draft because Duskmourn was ending and Bloomburrow was coming in, and I wanted to do at least 4 Bloomburrow draft, not Bloomburrow, Duskmourn drafts in the time allotted. We're gonna frame all this. This is keep, I guess. Like, Canyon Slow on 1 because we don't have a white source, and then like this is card draw. I wish I had that opponent. I wish I had that. It is a good Arabelle card. I mean, we could have not cast something there, but we're kind of screwed if we don't cast anything. We kind of need to cast things. Impact Tremors. Okay, this is going to be a very short game. There's 1 damage. There's 3 damage. There's 2 more damage. Yikes. I'm going to get down Isshin. He might get, like, exiled immediately, but he is kind of our only realistic chance of staying in the game. Yeah. Exiled immediately. We kind of thought that would be a thing that could happen. It did save us potential creature casts. Are we just like hard saying no to Isshin this game? Is that where we're at? Yeah, we're hard saying no to Isshin. Okay. He is a cool dude. I would like to play him though. Had we kept the first opening hand, we probably would have been worse off, I think. Can't cast that. Don't have the stuff for it. And we'll get down Uller. I should have Esper Sentinel first. And then Ullard. And then I would have gotten a copy of Esper Sentinel for blocking and things. But I don't think we're going to live long enough for that punt to make a difference. I mean, our poor boy. Our poor boy has been exiled and then silenced. He is never coming back. You're gonna pay opponent. You might as well. You don't have things in hand. I don't imagine that you're gonna actually be doing the thing. Oh, well, that's a good way to keep Arabelle alive. Ouch. Really? GG. I think that's game. We kind of need to draw. We kind of needed to draw a removal spell, a wrap of some kind. It didn't happen, and we're probably just dead as a result. Farewell on top. You are such a jokester, MTG. Ain't such a jokester. Can't believe it. We didn't have the mana to cast it. It's fine. It wasn't gonna be a thing. Even if I wanted it to be a thing. We'll go on to game 2. See where we're at. About to say, having several draft days where I didn't play much Brawl means that I'm not really as used to these decks as I would be if I had just been recording them normally under my previous schedule where it was Brawl to the wall all day, every day. But like, kind of kind of unavoidable when certain Brawl decks are made before drafting days. That they get tested and then they sit in the queue for 2 days and then they just are forgotten. But I have faith in Isshin. Like I'm not gonna sell him short. I think he can do it. And we've gotten new cards, new um new attack triggers. I guess would be the best way to put it. They're kind of they're cycling akin to the Titan cycle, but kind of in reverse actually. The white one makes tokens instead of the black one, and the black one reanimates. Now, the black one returns a creature from graveyard to hand instead of Sun Titan, which hard reanimates any permanent 3 men or less, right? Sun Titan comes with a restriction, but it's still probably just better. And the red one does basically the same thing the other red one does. Uh, the red Titan, Inferno Titan, is slightly better in some ways, but also slightly worse in other ways, right? So Inferno Titan, you can divide up the damage, which is nice for sniping multiple targets, but you only get 3 damage, right? Inferno Titan, uh, never gonna kill an Isshin. Are we getting roped? I talked about it. Oh, I'll keep this. I don't know if I'm getting roped or not, but if I am, Brawl, I missed you. This kind of stuff. I was talking about it in in an upcoming, I believe upcoming at this point, because I think both of my drafts are still upcoming at this point. Um, an upcoming video that you don't see roping in drafts really all that much. Like I never saw somebody rope me throughout like how many games was that? Like 14, 15, 16 games? Like there was no roping. It was impressive. But that does not happen on Brawl. So we're gonna pause until something happens. We acquired an easy win. We're gonna pause again until we find a match. All right, we are back for our game 3, and our Isshin deck has legitimately won game, legitimately won one game through its own incredible merits, and it's lost one game through random happenstance. So excited to see how game 3 is gonna go. In case you were wondering, the opposite of what I just said actually happened. So bear that in mind. We're playing with Crucius too, and Crucius is one of those commanders that is like one of those commanders that comes down, ends the game in like a turn and a half, and is just not the guy for me. He's not the guy. I think I'm gonna take this and then just kill the Crucius immediately. It's tempting to go after my commander first, but if our opponent is as predictable as I hope they are, it shouldn't matter what we do. Although Path is kind of the worst way to get rid of a Crucius. Kind of doesn't do what we want it to do. Go away, Crucius. Nobody wants you here. We just stay producing colored mana, unfortunately. Treasure token. He's not one of the guys to get the benefit for having finished a dungeon, but it's nice to finish the dungeon. And here it is. That is almost certainly not a good guy. Discard it, please, opponent. So we draw a card, move on to another dungeon. Like, the problem is the inevitable is still about to happen, I think. So the inevitable is, yeah, Caldera Breaker comes down, grabs all of the things. And then they just village rights it. Yeah, there's village rights. Village rights equivalent, and then our opponent has infinite mana to work with. It is not a very fun deck to play against. Blah. Well, we are dead. We have time for one more though. So we will move on to game number 4. Alright, we are back again. Game 4. This gets me my commander on 3. It has a 4-drop. Doesn't have anything below 3, like a 1 or a 2, so that we can get an attack trigger off immediately, but like we can't ask for too much, I don't think. Especially since our plan is to deal with Reese and then play our attacker and go from there. So we'll do this. We'll get our commander down. Next turn, we can try to get Bruce Tarl down or Muriel. Muriel has higher toughness, but higher power. I don't think toughness might be more important for the token deck. Although, like, having an army in a can, kind of good. A little bit good. I'm going to go with Bruce Tarl. He comes with a boy. It is marginally better power. Although, like, Muriel next turn would attack, create 2 soldiers, attack the following turn, and make 2, 4. So you'd make 4 on the first trigger, and then 6 on the next trigger. Actually, we did the math wrong the first time. My god. He's a warrior, not a soldier. Could cast that, apparently. Can't cast my Mount Doom. Sad stuff. Whenever a player attacks with 3 creatures, whenever a player attacks with 5 creatures. So this will double trigger next turn, assuming everything goes according to plan, and our opponent doesn't just Sunfall. I mean, if I was our opponent, I would just Sunfall. That would be my desired play, but that is so many triggers. Alright, now I see why we were getting Paled in the Crucius pile. Maybe Isshin is still an annoying commander. Maybe we are Caldera Breaker levels of problem. Although I can't imagine that that would be the case. I just cannot imagine it, honestly. Either way, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.